Hi there, Robin here, and today we're going to talk about the Chill-O-Matic. This is how we turn room temperature cans of Coke into ice cold cans of Coke. Now this can of Coke has been in the fridge for over 24 hours. It was chilled out yesterday like you normally would, just fill up the fridge. But what happens if you forget or you run out of drinks in your actual fridge, or you're out camping and you're going, all I got is the ice in the cooler, but my drinks aren't cold anymore? How do I take care of that? Well, we're going to cover that in today's video. We're going to do a close-up of what's actually going on. We're actually going to use a little science. We're going to use my infrared thermal gun to measure the temperature of a cold can versus a warm can and show you how we actually chill this down. This is very impressive piece of hardware. Now let's check the actual room temperature can, which is also at 72, because that's what our place's temperature. That's the room temperature here, is drifting somewhere around 70 Fahrenheit. So there we go. So now we're going to turn this can right here, which we will put right there, and we're going to turn that into something more like this, which again, let's do that again. What do we have here? We've got a can that is sitting at around 42, 43, 45, that sort of thing. And again, 24 hours in the fridge. We're just going to take this ice, add it to here, bring this can into play, and we're all set. So what do they tell you to do? Take the can, there's a little suction cup right here. We're going to suction cup that right onto the bottom of the can. Try and get that in the middle there, and we'll be all set. We're going to slide this right in here. Now the important thing is, as the ice melts and you're doing more and more drinks, just get rid of the extra water that might accumulate in here, throw a couple ices on top, or just leave it as is. It's going to transfer the cold of the ice into the can. So here we go. We're going to take a couple of cubes. So we are just basically covering the top of this drink with ice cubes, just like that. Now this could be Coke, could be beer, could be anything you've got. That's what you want to drink. There you go. You're all set. We're going to do our best to, try and get these wherever they want to go. So for this video, we're going to leave the lid off. As it melts and you just start getting water in here, you can certainly put this back on. It kind of keeps the ice that's already in here from melting anymore. And so here we are. We've got our timer set up. We've got the ice that we've taken 6 cubes. We've thrown them on top, and we're all set, ready to go. Now the important thing to note here is that they say it takes anywhere from 60 to 90 seconds. I like leaving this in here for at least 3 minutes. I want it to be the same temperature as a can that's been in the fridge for 24 hours. Now again, let's hit this can one more time. Do we know what we're talking about? So we're shooting for that temperature right there. We're shooting for somewhere in the 40-50 range. Now right now the ice of course is very cold. We're going to take a look at that. And the ice cubes are, sitting at 35 because they're frozen. That's what's going on there. So now we're going to turn it on and let it do its job. So what I did is just basically take it out, let the ice and all that fall inside the bottom of the tray, and then just put this guy back on top. I did have to recenter it, but that's the amazing part. It's so simple and so easy to use. Now again, we're going to hit this with the gun here last time here before we open it and actually see what's going on inside. So there we go. That's our actual temperature. We got in this can down to 55. And you know what? Let's give it an extra minute and see what we can do. The idea is we're trying to get, can we get as cold as the actual can, which is 45. So let's give it a little bit more time, 1 more minute, and see what happens. So there we go. We gave it an extra 30 seconds, and eventually you do want to drink your can. So I don't see a problem why you couldn't just pre-do this before you need it. I mean, why not? And of course, all I'm going to do now is just, this comes apart, by the way, so I'm just going to work that off. It's just a little grabber there. Then my little suction cup, there's a little spot here I can just grab. Once you actually grab by the actual pin here, it just pops off. Now, here's the can one more time. There's the ice that's left in the actual unit right there. So that's what's left. I can go and chill another one in there, no problem. I don't necessarily have to add more ice. It's always going to divide the temperature of the ice to the temperature of the drink. That's how it works. It's just trying to equal out the temperature between the two. That's how this works. So now we're going to open it up, and you notice all it's done inside is it's basically just slowly turned everything inside. So this way we get an even distribution. Now what happens? We're going to pour this out here. one full can into the glass. And we're going to now move our ice tray back. And there we go. That's our temperature inside the actual glass. So I've got the infrared right inside the glass there. And that's our internal temperature. Very impressive. It is sitting at 43 inside the actual glass right there right now. There's no ice in there, of course. There it is. This was the can. This is our original cold can here, by the way, just so you know what we had before. So that's our original cold can. This is our warm can, which is now getting back up to room temperature because it's empty. And this is our actual glass of Coke. Look at that. That is very impressive. We're all the way down to 44. Very, very nice. Now I can enjoy that. And there we go. So we've got ourselves a bin full of melted ice. We can still throw another bottle in there because the ice is only halfway melted. That's amazing. We've got a glass of Coke that is as cold as a can that's been in the fridge for 24 hours. And that only took 4 minutes. Great for taking camping. I mean, science is amazing. Like I said, it just basically takes the can temperature and the ice temperature and it creates an equilibrium. It wants to divide the two and put all that in there. That is very, very impressive. So well, I hope this video helped you out today in your buying decision. It certainly makes me feel really great about the actual Chill-O-Matic. Very, very impressive. You can spend a lot more money than this for a machine that does exactly the same thing. So if you just want to have something for fun, you want to have something to take camping with you, remember this is a great way for all that ice sitting at the bottom of your cooler where your drinks have been sitting and you're going, they're still not cold. Take some of that ice, put it in here, put the can. What happens is this basically rotates, circulates the actual Coke or whatever drink, of course, you have in your can, and it circulates that and captures all that cold from the actual water and ice that you have. Very, very impressive. It'll work with anything in a can because, again, it's not shaking the can, it's just cycling it, it's just stirring it up. That's why it works the way it does. Maybe I'll see you in the next video. Like, say thanks for watching. Bye for now.